Time for an unboxing video. The first official modification to the new Mustang. Is a White Madness automatic shifter knob conversion. Basically, this makes the stock automatic shifter look like manual. I can tell you right now, this son of a bitch is heavy. I had to pause it so I could take this out, but they come in all colors, but this one is you can get them in the exact body color. So this is the exact same color of my car. So let's get it put on there because it's gonna look great. Should be pretty. All right, so here's a picture of it in the light. There's my car. I'd say it's a pretty close match. Now let's put this color on the inside and see what we look like. All right, now for the installation, you start the car, put it down in drive or sport mode or whatever, and then shut it off. It'll say it's not in park, and you say no shit. But this way we have room to maneuver. Back here's a little pin. You kind of push this little. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe you can see it down there, but and you use that to pry these out. These just pop in place. There's 4 pieces to hold it in place. Now you pull the boot up, and you'll notice it doesn't want to come disconnected. But I'll show you guys. There's this cable down here. Just have to release it. This little guy right there. Kind of plugs in right there. And that'll allow you to bring the boot up where you can maneuver and do what you need to do. Now next, take our little handy dandy screwdriver and now you can kind of see there's a screw you have to undo, and that'll let you take the cover off. So, tool change. Make sure you use a screwdriver that you can actually reach this bitch, because it's tiny. There's not a lot of room to work here. So I'm gonna put the phone down and work on getting this anyway. So one thing to worry about when you do this is don't lose the screws. They'll fall down inside this fall down underneath here where all the transmission stuff is, and you'll have a hell of a time screwing it all back together. That little guy right there. Now that that's free, shifter boot will come off in one easy assembly. And then we switch it up. So what we need is this we need this pin right here, or the clip piece. So we're gonna push that little collar around the base, right where it meets the fabric. We're gonna need that. So I'll pause it real quick and we'll hook it up. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna remove the fabric from that, take the shifter piece out. And we're gonna use this guy for the next one. So this is the automatic shift boot after you remove that piece. And while it looks good, there's no real need to have these when you got it up there. So after watching a video online, I found this. This is the stock 5, or the stock manual shifter boot. Bought it separate, it's about 40 bucks. And we're gonna put this in place because you don't really need to see what gear you're in if, yeah, you know. All right, well, this is the hardest part of this installation, is you have to take like a screwdriver or something like that and basically detach this collar from the fabric of the boot, so that way it'll you can secure it to the other one. But it's really light plastic and just breaks right off. So basically what we're trying to do is separate the fabric, because we don't need this trim ring, and it actually holds the little catch piece on the other side, the chrome looking piece. I said, just take your time. Remember, this is the back side of the boot. Just don't poke any holes in the boot, and nobody will ever know. So let's get at it. So once you get that plastic broken, you can just start squeezing on the fabric and it'll pull right off of there. You're just trying to separate the glue. So this way, shift boot. Just flip it over here. Not hard to do with my phone, but see, no real damage. That's going to get tucked under. Won't even see the difference. All right, now for this part, you're going to stick the White Madness shifter ball up inside the manual boot, like that. Make sure you have your holes lined up straight towards the front. There's actually one on each side, so just make sure you have a set of them lined up. And then we're going to, right there, we're going to zip tie that together. Just all it is, it's nothing structural or anything like that. It just is holding the boot up. It's holding it onto that metal piece, keeps it from sliding down. If it slid up and down, it really wouldn't matter because you're just going to see the chrome rod behind it anyway. Or you can use a twist tie, because I don't have any zip ties, and yeah, but you get the gist. It's just to sit like that and hold the boot in place. All right, let's get this bitch on. All right, next step is to slide the sleeve. Came with it. You see there's holes back there. We'll line them up. The tricky part is you're actually going to want to pay attention. There's holes on either side, but you're going to want it to come out towards the top here, because that's the holes on the shifter are on this side. So you're going to need to, like I said, they're on this side right here. And so when you put this on, you just got to remember it's going to be facing towards the front. All right, next stage is you just slide the shifter obviously over. And you're going to want to get it lined up. And then what we're going to do is we've got to reattach those screws in the front to keep this from spinning. All right, once you get it back in place, get it screwed down, you're just going to want to fit your trim back around it. It might have a little, there you go. I'm going to shift it up just to make it easier to put this back in place. And these should just pop in place. You'll hear them click. Now you just make sure the function works. Instead of the button on top, you just pull. Like on manual cars, where you would pull and put it in neutral or put it in reverse. It's spring loaded there. So you just pull. We're back in park. Get this boot all situated the way we want it, make it look all nice and pretty. That's it. Everything else is just aesthetics, getting it to look how you want it. Just make sure she still works. Cars in park. Boots in place. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Everything's works just fine. We're down in sport like it's supposed to be. There she goes. And that's the White Madness shift knob with the manual shift boot put on it. Isn't it so pretty? Easy peasy. 2 screws. A little bit of fiddling with some screwdriver.